You're welcome back. Thank you very much for staying with us. Let's do business now. And Ghana currently requires over $700 million for a modern sugar estate. Pricing of sugar below production cost resulted in the collapse of the old Commander Sugar Factory. A proposed national sugar policy is expected to reduce expenditure on imported sugar, contribute to rural industrial development, and provide supplementary electricity through cogeneration of the national grid.
Sugar production requires substantial long-term investment, which could amount to about $700 million for a modern sugar estate. Ghana had 2 sugar factories located in Komenda in the central region and Asuchari in the Greater Accra region. A proposed national sugar policy seeks to provide an enabling infrastructural and institutional environment for a globally competitive private sector sugar industry. It's expected to reduce expenditure on imported sugar, contribute to rural industrial development, and provide supplementary electricity through coal generation for the national grid. The last production from the old Commander Sugar Factory was in 1983, producing 10 tons of sugar a day. At the Commander Old Factory, the administrative block, the demolished production line, technical department, training school and clinic have been run down. However, the 58 staff bungalows are in good shape and fully occupied.
The collapse of the factory, they attribute it to mismanagement. I did not believe that. I believe that it was the previous government's inability to allow management to increase the price of the sugar, taking into consonance the production cost.
Most of the outgrow farms have been converted into other cash crops such as okra, pepper and watermelon. Cultivation of sugarcane on a portion of the 3,500 hectares of land has begun for the new sugar factory. 8% of the equipment for extracting the cane juice by the factory were on location, while the factory is expected to be completed in March next year. Meanwhile, the Suchari factory, which collapsed in 1990, now houses the Osudoku Senior High Technical School of the town. The equipment were auctioned and the main production line demolished and workers sent home without compensation. Most of the factory and outgrower land have been used for rice and banana production.
If the government can solve the problem to get the land, it's good idea. It will give people work too. To do.
The bungalows of the Asuchari Sugar Factory have been taken over by Pond Irrigation Scheme. Other buildings of the factory are currently being used by other organizations. However, fittings of the clinic have been removed and is abandoned.
Let's do something relating to poultry and feed. And poultry feed manufacturers in the Ashanti region said the ban on poultry products to the Ashanti region will boost the local industry. Manager of Vesta Oil, Kwesi Nyameche, in an interview with TV3 revealed that the over-reliance of imported poultry products has always affected local production.
The Agric Ministry has placed a ban on poultry and poultry products to the Ashanti and Volta regions following the outbreak of bird flu in some districts in the Greater Accra region. Deputy Minister of Agriculture in charge of livestock, Dr. Hannah Bisu, announced the ban at a press conference on August 19, 2015. Reacting to the development, a poultry feed producer, Kwesi Nyameche, said the ban will help promote local production.
Currently, we're doing 25 ton a day. We have a new machine which is coming up, and soon we'll be doing about 50 ton a day. Our target has always been Nigerian market because local buyers are always clamoring for foreign imports. So if there's a ban and they will buy our produce, I think we can meet the demand.
Some consumers and poultry farmers have raised concerns about the price difference between the local and imported poultry, but he said the disparities have come as a result of cost of production.
In other business news, the minority in parliament is to address a news conference on the state of agricultural sector in the Goso area in the Bonohaf region. They claim cocoa production would have been increased and improved if not for what they term government's ineptitude, inconsistency and wrong policies that have been implemented over the years. We have details of this story in our subsequent bulletins and when we bring you business later on News 360.